Look at this lizard. He must have escaped one. He ain't got no tail. Crazy. What up, my guy? All right, that's all finished up now. Whoop whoop. All right, time to get back on this QT rig. I'm gonna be working on paneling trims, doing little things, getting doors on, just being able to put the tanks on. I'm not gonna video all this, but this will be in videos coming out where it's the full build eventually when it gets done, because it keeps getting put on the back burner. But we got to get the tanks on at least to get those rainbow fish in this week. Got half of the trim stained here, cut. I'm gonna have to do it in 2 phases because the way I want it to fit in, I got to make sure it fits in, so I got to get these pieces in first. So it'll come in 2 waves, and I got to do 4 coats, 2 on each side. And now I think we need tanks. Yeah, about that time to wash some tanks. Actually, I can't wash those because I have nowhere to put clean tanks. So might as well jump back into this, getting these scraped up, getting these cleaned up, getting this substrate in here, and getting some guppies and live bears in. This is my life, back and forth. It's a juggle between all the things I have to do with to manage being a YouTube creator, and not to mention all this other stuff, and family. I'm never bored. Boom, finally got that complete. They're all in there nice and clean, super crisp and clear. Look at that. With this being more of a weekly update video, I'm gonna make the build and setup of all these guppy tanks into a separate video, so stay tuned for that. All right, first of all, I'm gonna hit this row right here, black substrate. Should have like the most colorful guppies down, like it's right perfect for eye view. And this broken tank you guys have seen, I'm gonna end up using a lot of the substrate out of here and using this to seed the new tank. I actually put more water in it. Full of that brown, dirty, beneficial mulm. There you can see it. That's the good stuff. That'll help see my new tanks. Pretty much have them ready that day. Still trying to get these all finished and stained up. So they're looking good. It's taking me a lot more coats than I thought it would. And this thing broke on me. It keeps whipping them around. It's been a challenge. Even though I forget, I can use the substrate out of a couple of these tanks because I will be using these elsewhere and won't really need the substrate. You know, it kind of sucks tearing some of these up. Especially that one. That's gonna suck. This one's really nicely grown. But they gotta move because this whole wall needs redone. Get your toy? You got your toy? Here's a good boy. You got that back country. This kind of stuff country dogs play with, right? Truck trim. Country dog. Here's a good boy. Oh, what you got there? He's got so many toys just buried. Got a bunch of geese flying in. Or ducks, I should say. Oh, you gonna let him get away with that? I think so. Look at this guy just chilling. We've been riding this whole time. Good old Florida. But while I'm doing top offs, there's baby fish in here, so constantly collecting them out of here. Might as well grab some more. Ooh, nice little batch. This is how I do it. Oh, see, there's a couple in there. Phew. Ooh, not this dirty tank. I can't be putting them in this dirty tank. Oh, sake. Love dirty tanks. You see a bunch in there already. That's a looker. I had to bring these in because I didn't want the moisture to get to them, but man, they smell terrible. And I have had stain. I'm gonna let the door open up, air it out a little bit. You can see the bugs coming in. The pond fish are liking that. They're gonna get all kinds of snacks. It's so fun to watch them eat bugs. I don't have time to sit here and do that today, but maybe one day we'll do it. But even with the fumes, these guys will be all right. I never had an issue with it. CPD baby's getting big. Got a nice little school here. Gotta get all this algae out. Looks like it's trying to lift itself up anyway. I mean, how easy would that be to pull? And then I got a nice clean substrate. Nice and slow though. You want to pull them nice and slow. Either way, I got to top off. That'll be another day. Yeah, this tank is looking lively up here. This is my lime green endler tank with black mollies. It's hard to see the lime green on the endlers because, well, all the green blend in, but look at all the little baby black mollies everywhere. I mean, they can only predate so much, so they're just left with tons of numbers. In here too, zoom you guys in, more CPDs. They're getting pretty big in there as well. Even though there's small little babies in here, I'll look down. I'm sure, oh yeah, see there's a little baby. Maybe one would pop up somewhere. Oh, that little guy gonna get you. And by looking at aquariums like that, that's how you flood tanks. But I should hopefully open this one up, open this one up, open this one up, open this one up eventually. I don't know, I may just let this sit here. But that'll actually at least open 3 75s for me to play with. Which when I say that means I've got to catch all the fish out of here. But they got new homes and I don't even know what I'm gonna put in here yet, which that's exciting for me. I never usually have that problem. Usually I always have to put a tank up for a fish, but not get fish for a tank. Ooh, it's kind of nice. Rope fish all tangled up. Man, I miss just having to work on everything. Look at this. Always feel like I miss a lot of what's going on in here. Man, back in is looking swole. Look at that. What's going on here? I'm not disrupting anything. Oh, that's male and female for sure over here. They're doing something. I'm gonna back up a little bit because, yeah, I think they're doing something. But anyways, down below them, I forgot, I gotta get, this is my blue, this is my dwarf neon braiding tank. It's hard to see them through the glass. Tons of yellow shrimp. There's actually a ton of babies in here too. I've gotta start gathering them. A lot going on in the fish room I can't even keep up with yet, but all good things, and eventually I'll get to them. Oh, how lucky I just got looking at them dwarf neons and rainbow fish. I so about overflowed that. Oh yeah, check out this Bacovo. Look at it, it's just a garden that goes down. That's at 75 on the other side. Like this stuff's all starting to connect. Look at this is crazy. Few tanks down. Can't even see in these tanks really though because of it. So hard to see in here. There's a nubius growing in there, especially with the glare. We'll work on all that later in the future. There's some shrimp in there. There's ferns up under here. Or no, those must be, I think those are crypts, but yeah, it's crazy. It's like blacked out those tanks. Thing's hardcore. Copa Monterey. Monterey. I don't know, however you say it. And this is why I do multiple projects at once, because if I were to just wait for my quarantine rack and just doing that and the time involved with staining, painting, waiting for it to air out, all that stuff, I would just never get anything done. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and clear coat this, do this right. As much as I wanted to rush this project, get this ready for those rainbow fish, it's never worth rushing the project. Saying that, luckily, I've been working on these racks, so I can go ahead and start working on finishing this rack off. I may not get this row done just because I don't have the Eco Complete yet, but I could at least get the sand going, get the plants in, and then start freeing up some space that is in the quarantine. Time to get my free sand substrate set up already. Might as well get some top offs going here. That one definitely needed it from the water displacement from a long time ago, a couple of videos back, but might as well have both hoses running. Good old garden hose. One day I'll work on a water system later. That's a big project too. And as far as my favorite hose type, I love the metal banded ones with the surgical tubing inside, because it's really hard to break them. Plus, you don't get all the, from the sun, the stuff that comes from plastic and vinyl as much through that surgical tubing as you do through these. So these are definitely worth the investment. Long time tried and true. I've tested all of them. As you can see, I've been needing top offs. There's a lot of CPDs growing up in here. Look at the tiny ones, the smaller ones with the bigger ones. All grouped up. I'm just doing top offs. It's in that one that I got that mesh basket. Oh, better stop it. And another wild part of this tank is it's got mystery snails, you can see. Lots of shrimp. But yeah, look how tiny those babies are. There's an even smaller one back there somewhere. Oh, there it is. There's quite a few of these. I would say at least 6. I love how this pennywort's hanging over too. Ooh, there's that green. You guys' turn. Yeah, he's definitely legit green. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my god. Nice. All them babies. Baby, baby. Baby, baby, baby. They like to play in it. They're like, what is this? I ain't never seen this. That's a legit line. Wow. Look at those. They even got the little white dorsal fin. So cool. Actually, a lot of those itty bitty CPDs here with the big ones, like I'm talking about the babies. They're like hard to, they're so small, it's really hard to pick them up on here. There. This is exciting. I'm just getting into a couple of these things. Man, I cannot wait to get this fish room really established, organized. It's gonna be awesome. So awesome. But we gotta get the structure, the skeleton of it first. We're getting there slowly but surely. It's gonna be nice and legit when it's done. I didn't want to rush it. We're gonna do it right. I think we're doing it right. As all great things come in time. And there are some neat fish in here. There's actually dwarf neons in here. Some really nice IFGA guppies. There you can see the male up top. Big female. They're about to get one of them 20 longs we just set up. Look at all the spider web here trying to catch bugs. And some beautiful Millennium Orange albino rainbows as well. There's a female back there. And then this is loaded with shellies. Boom, they're about to be rehomed to a 75. Not a whole lot in here. There's some like random shrimp. I got hatchet fish in here, pandagaras, some gold white cloud minnows. That one's looking a little rough though. That one's looking thick, like, hey, breed me. I don't know, maybe I'll find some at the club. We need a male for her. Oh, there's one of the hatchet fish. I love these things. I want to get a big school of them at some point. Really neat fish. Oh yeah, definitely buried up. Yo. Sweet. You know, I should actually probably be using these plants that are in these tanks for those 20 longs in the new tanks, because I mean, I gotta move all these tanks anyways. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Look at this guy. That's really cool. Looks like quite a few of those in there. And even though I'll be moving these, I still want to fill them up, because getting the water out of them will be a lot easier to do if there's full level of water, because if you try to get a siphon from way down low, it's a lot harder. Oh, here's more of those lime green endlers. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. Gotta be quick with these little ones. Well, I did it. Washing the floors. And for this, I went ahead and got a cup, pulled out what I could, stuck it in there. And then, as you can see, it's still dripping out of there. It's just gonna do that until I get the fan on it, and all that just pulls out. I'll deal with it as it goes, but yeah, I got part of the floors a little cleaner. Oof. I really need to remember I got to pull plants out of some of these smaller tanks, because these are all going to get those 20 highs that are like this all the way down. I still don't know what I'm going to do with these, but I need to stay focused and quit getting distracted. So, see you in a bit. And to give you an idea of how long the evaporation took to get like this was a couple months at least, 2-3 months. One day, it won't have to look like this. I'll have valves in each tank, do my top offs, water change, no construction one day. I still got all that to do. Jeez. And this is why I got a frog cup. These guys are always trying to snack my babies. Stay out of here. My babies is getting big. Fighting them rice fish. Stop eating them. One day I'll have a arowana for guys like you, but till then, yeet! I think this tub of pearlweed is about as full as it's gonna get. Look at that. In comparison, ambient lit pearlweed. So as you can see, not as prolific with the light, but is growing without like a direct light. Cool. Cool. Sun hitting that glass just right. You can tell it's been a while since I emptied any water. That thing is bone dry. I just pulled all these guys out of this quarantine tub. Now they have been in there for a little while, but man, look how many there is. And they had some pretty new, like, babies. And they come out of this little tub. Which that's the goal, is to empty all these tubs. I didn't want to keep using them. Well, I probably will keep using them for a little while until this is done. just stop and appreciate this for a second. Oh, dang it, bug on. Stop and appreciate this for a second. Beautiful. Beautiful. So obviously I can't video everything that goes on here. There's a few still left in there, the Dockensia similis barbs, but I just caught a ton of them. It was neat. I was slow, real slow about going. I kept edging them towards this corner. Wouldn't let them go down, I wouldn't let them go up, and then finally, nice and slow, scooped them up. But look how many. I had herded them like a sheepdog. Look at all them guys. How cool are they? It's beautiful. It's not always frogs we get in here, but lizards too. Oh, he's shedding. That dude needs help. Get him out. Well, broke up. And one day I will get some kind of lighting going on. These shop lights, they're all right. I mean, they're a good, cheap solution for like 20 bucks. I think 25 bucks, 20 bucks now. But one day I do hope to get real like aquarium lighting that really does my fish room a lot more justice. Little bits by little bits by a lot of little bits. And there's 3 now. Let's see. Already gathering them up. That was just in a little time. This was what's in the net. Which I've just been putting them in a 20-gallon back here in this back room. Got a nice home where they got a lot to eat. I've also got so many baby platinum rice fish. Like all over in there. Look at that. Looks like stars. It's too cool. But those guys need to go up here. This would be just perfect for them. Lots to do in here. I'm gonna be getting rid of some fish. Probably get rid of some of these half pinks at the club. These guys would like to get some babies out of you. Why don't you guys do something? Check this out. With the 3 times feeding a day, these dwarf neons. I don't know why my camera always jumps like that. Because I can't figure it out. But anyways, let me show you how many babies are actually in this. Once again, go nice and slow. I get my net wet. You don't want to go in dry. Nobody likes it like that. Oh, there's so many. So I've got most of them corralled on the edge. See them all? There's some bigger ones too. So I'm gonna go back and forth with them, trying to corral them towards the middle, onto a corner here. Holy moly. So look at all these babies. Oh, hold on, you guys. Well, that net's all stitched weird. That's gonna be a pain. I gotta put the phone down so they don't get stuck in the cloth. Oh, set my phone down. That's 3 snail eggs. I don't keep it humid enough. But if I did, checking on my net, this big dude done swam in it. Like food? He's got food in here? But yeah, I want to wait till they're all together. Because I got time. Cool grasshopper. A wild looking pattern. Look at all that detail. Wild. All right, time to get these all filled up here. Got the garden hose. Always make sure you get the hot water out of your garden hose before you start filling. You don't want to cook your fish. Put over here. Hello, buddy. Gotta get them filled up too. But I gotta get these ready. Got them rare rainbow fish coming in today. Super excited about that. There's a ton of babies in here. They are everywhere. Literally everywhere. Also think about your water and how it's coming in. You see all this aeration. This one looks more milky white. This is because I had it on shower and not flood, and the shower just aerated it so much that it turned to that. Crazy. Now I would have filled up Wesley's axolotl tank, but you can see I'm working on something a little special here. That'll probably be a video in itself. As far as the goldfish tank, looking a big green. Goldfish are doing good. Big old school of dwarf neons in there. The gold lasers are still in there, but that was completely full of guppy grass. I had to pull it out. A lot of this green algae come from the decaying material of all that guppy grass because it was just way too much. As you can see, the goldfish though, they're happy, they're doing good. But as this grows out and the guppy grass grows out, it should help mediate all the excess nutrients of this green water. This has had no water change or anything since I have set it up. Top off, yes. That's about it. I love watching the dwarf neon rainbow army. Look how they just suspend in the green water. They disappear as it goes farther back. Silhouettes of a fish. Now I just wait and watch for the UPS truck. Come on, buddy. I wish I could keep doing my stain and trim and all that stuff, but with the humidity, rain about to come, not worth it. I guess this is just gonna end up taking a lot of room in my fish room for a while. But it's a slow process. It'll be awesome though. Fish made it. Behind the tent, Wesley's camping. Look at this, Christmas and scrunchy. Sweeties. Aww. As you can see, still a lot to do. Many projects about to come up. I got a club meeting this weekend, so don't want to miss that. I've got a ton of fish that I'm actually going to be taking there, but I've still got to clean these up. I got my hands full, but we're trying to hammer it out as much as possible. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this week's update. Thank you all for liking, subscribing. I appreciate you.